please warmly welcome Daniel back to Lowcountry.
Well, thank you so much, and Patrick, good to see you.
Back.
Thank you. It's good to be here. How's everybody tonight?
Hey.
How's Patrick been doing
Great.
over the last,
Great.
what, year now? Has it been about
Daniel
a year?
was the chairman before I was the chairman for this past year, and he's helped to grow and start this chapter.
Patrick is always very earnest, very earnest.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I apologize for being absent the last couple of meetings. I would respectfully, one or two. You're the acting secretary tonight. I hope you don't have the attendance records with you.
Yeah, we got it signed in.
Uh-oh. I might be in trouble. Well, I would ask Mr. Chairman for leave for the last 2 or 3 meetings if I could have that be excused for those.
Sign your notes.
Oh, thank you. Well, how's everyone tonight? The rainy weather, y'all loving this? At least it's not icy like it was a night or two ago. It's great to be here, and great to see all of you guys. I see some new faces in the room, see some older faces as well, and some familiar faces, so it's good to see everybody. I understand, Mr. Chairman, we have somebody that's going to teach us about public speaking tonight. Is that correct? So I'm a little nervous with that. I'm not necessarily the best orator in the world, so please don't be too harsh on me there with that. But it's definitely good to be here, and I've taken, I guess, about the last year to sort of outside the political sphere, and believe it or not, there is still a world going on where people don't even care at all about politics whatsoever. They're not like us. They don't come on a rainy Wednesday night to talk about freedom and liberty and how we can go and change the world. But there's something that drives us to do that, right? What is that for us? Why is it that we come out here and give these Wednesday nights to talk about liberty? How many of you guys like to be bossed around? Raise your hand. One hand. We like to be. You're the liberal of the room, I assume. You voted for Obama? No.
He's been married the longest.
Oh, married the longest. Okay, fair enough. Well, how about this? Maybe I asked the question the wrong way. How many of you guys like to go and choose between one person who bosses you around or another person? Raise your hand. Still no hands, huh? No hands. Well, maybe that's because deep inside, we all believe in being free. Nobody wants to be bossed around, right? Nobody wants to be told what to do. So it's the natural human state that we want to be free. That's why we're here, right? We've just woken up and we realize that. But not everybody has. Not everybody realizes that that is what's going on and that's what's at stake. But deep inside, they still believe it. They want to be free. And that's the good news. So all we have to do is wake them up. How do we do that? How do we wake everybody up to this? And so I've spent the last year in the corporate world and seeing people coming into. I work in a retail environment, and I sell wireless phones, and we have people come in and want to buy products, and they want the best deal for the best price. They want the best deal that they can get, and it's about choice for them. They can go to a competitor. They realize that they have the power to vote with their money and go wherever they want to get their products or services, to get the phone service from the other guy. Why isn't everything like that? Because we have people who want to boss us around. We just need to communicate that message to people. So how do we communicate it more effectively? We have to first understand why we believe what we believe. Has anybody heard of the non-aggression principle before? Raise your hand if you have. So several of you have. So basically, to summarize, the non-aggression principle is you don't have the right to go and initiate violence against somebody else. You can use violence in self-defense, but otherwise you can't use aggression against someone else. I can't go to Patrick and, because I don't like the color of his tie, just smack him over his head and force him to get rid of that tie and maybe wear a green tie instead. And I don't have the right to do that. Anybody think I have the right to do that? Anybody think that that's moral or okay to do? No, nobody thinks that. But we have a society where we think that we can go and elect other people to do that. And they'll just go and pass a law. That they can go and say, you have to wear this color tie or that color tie. Maybe it's not ties, maybe it's not as absurd as that, but they tell you what doctor you can go to, right? They tell you They tell you what kind of car you can drive, what kind of gas mileage you can have, what kind of food you can eat, what kind of medicines you can use. This isn't right. It's a violation of this non-aggression principle. That if you don't have the right, or if it's immoral, let me put it this way, if it's immoral for me to tell you that you can't do this or that and use violence to stop it, then you don't have the right to go and elect other people to do the same thing. That is the heart of what we believe. And I could go on for hours about this, and we could get into issue by issue by issue, social issues, fiscal issues. We could discuss this, and in fact, if anybody wants to, I'm sure we could go have a Coca-Cola tonight and discuss all of this. But the heart of it comes down to this non-aggression principle. And if we can understand that, and we can go and use this great organization to just, on a month-to-month basis, teach this and equip everybody who comes here with that, then you guys can go out there, we can all go out there and influence the people around us, our neighbors and coworkers, our friends and family, to believe in this principle of liberty. And this organization is well equipped to do it. Patrick and Jordan and all of you guys are doing a fantastic job when it comes to elections and getting involved. Candidates want the endorsement of the Republican Liberty Caucus. And why is that? Because you guys are workhorses. You guys go on your Saturdays, you take your weekends, and you go door to door, knocking on doors all day long in the heat and the rain and the cold. And you go and you talk to people about candidates. And it's good work. That's important to do. And don't stop doing that. And you guys are at the State House when pieces of legislation come up to advocate for certain pieces of legislation that go along with these principles of liberty. Keep that up. But let's not forget that also in our workplaces, in our schools, in our circle of friends, we are also ambassadors of liberty. We're ambassadors of liberty to carry that message that freedom is just right here, and it's so precious, and it can be taken away at a moment's notice by people who wear fancy hats, who get elected at the ballot box on every other November or every 4 Novembers. It's important. It's important that everybody gets involved in that, and we have to go and let people know what the principles behind it are, because otherwise they're going to be swayed by 30-second TV ads. So as we go through this year, 2016 is about to start, and before you know it, we're going to have presidential candidates right on our doorstep. It may be February 2015, but 2016 comes fast. And we're going to have a lot of attention right here. Let's make sure that we lay the groundwork for a freedom-oriented candidate to be elected in 2016 and to transform this state. It doesn't take much, y'all. It just takes knowing why we believe what we believe and going out there and doing the hard work. And you guys are doing a fantastic job. Give yourselves a pat on the back for that. And let's go out there and let's win the day.
Thank you, Daniel, for those inspiring words.